Discover Islam by English.
Usman, he's an imam in Al-Ta'if, far away from the Prophet. So he says, and this is a hadith in Sahih Muslim. He said, "Devil came to me in my prayer, and he's starting to distract me in my prayer." Uthman is experiencing distraction in prayer, doesn't know what he's reading, forgets some verses. So, you know what he did? He traveled to the Prophet, and he said, "Devil is distracting me." He stood as a barrier between me and my prayer, and he's just confusing me in my prayer. So the Prophet said that distraction comes from a devil, and his name is Khunzb. If he comes to try to distract you, spill to your left 3 times, and seek the protection of Allah from him. Now, why is it important to know that? This devil is a special. He only comes when you say Allahu Akbar, and he disappears when you finish your prayer. He reminds you of things you forgot about. He reminds you what you're supposed to do in the next hour. He reminds you of something you left in the car. This is what he does. He distracts. And the Prophet, he said to Uthman, "It's a devil." Why did he tell him this? Because when you begin your prayer and you realize that there is an enemy that's going to come and fight you in your prayer, you'll be more careful and you'll concentrate more. Some people praying, and after their prayer, they receive only half the reward. Some of them, they take only a quarter of their prayer reward. Some take a 1/6, some take an 1/8. This is the hadith. And then, worse than that, the Prophet says, some leave the prayer and take no reward. Nothing, devil stole it all. That's what the Prophet is telling Uthman. Be careful. Allah gave us every reason to be careful in our prayer. The devil is the stealer. So then the Prophet, he said to him, if you experience it, and he will be away from you. That's simple. Spit all 3 times to your left immediately, wherever you are, whether you are in prostration or sujood, standing, wherever position you are in immediately. And then ask the protection of Allah from devil in yourself. Keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Eventually, it's like you stoned him. You stoned him until he dies, and he disappears from your prayer altogether.